friends and beauty friends and makeup friends. Today I thought I would show you my favorite makeup of all time. First up, I have the Clinique Moisture Surge. This probably is my favorite. I use this morning and night, sometimes in the middle of the day as well. It just really hydrates my skin. Like, it makes it feel like I have water on my skin and it feels really good. Next, I have the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is also a very super moisturizing cream. And like I've stated before, I have dry skin, so I could use all the moisture I could possibly get. And then I have the Murad Essential C Daily Moisturizer with SPF 30. I use this pretty much only if I know I'm gonna be outside. Like, I know you're supposed to use a sunscreen every single day, but it really breaks me out, so I can't really wear a sunscreen every day. All right, next is face primers. So this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This one is like a moisturizing pudding for your face. It smells so good. It feels really good. I've noticed a visible difference in if my makeup gets dry patches or crinkly or flaky during the day. This is the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. Same thing. If I use this, I have much longer lasting makeup, much less flaking and creasing in my foundation or concealer. I like to use the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, for a pore filling primer. I don't use this near as often as I use my other two, but if I feel like I really need to fill my pores, I'll definitely grab this one instead. Next up is color correctors and concealers. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Color Corrector. It's got a peachy undertone, so it helps cancel out all those dark circles that I have under my eyes. This is the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer. I use this one almost as a foundation. I'll go under my eyes and down my cheeks to cover redness and call it a day. I love this concealer. It is extremely color correcting for my red patches on my cheeks. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I think. It's probably my third most used compared to the Pretty Vulgar or the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't ever put regular concealer on top of color correcting. I think it's too much for my under eyes. My under eyes crease really bad, and that's just too much going on down there. All right, sorry if my camera shakes or my whole setup moves, because my cat is very curious about what's going on over here. Last, I wanted to mention this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Neutralizing Color Corrector. I've had just as much success with this as I have the Charlotte Tilbury. It's a little bit more expensive initially, but has more product than the Charlotte Tilbury, so it'll last you a lot longer probably. I think the Charlotte Tilbury for me just has that slightest bit more coverage than this does and lasts a little bit longer because this is more like a liquid and the Charlotte Tilbury is more like a cream. Next category I have are powders or powder foundations. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powder Foundation. This works really well for setting like my cheeks or my nose or chin or anywhere I want to put a powder blush or contour. If I'm using a cream blush, I won't set my face at all. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. If I'm not feeling liquid foundation that day, I will definitely just wear this just to, like I said, cancel out some of the darkness under my eyes and redness on my cheeks, just to get a little bit of a uniform look and go out the door. Last is the Becca Cosmetics Hydro Mist Set and Refresh Powder. This is such a unique powder. It has this liquidy, wet, cold feeling when it goes in your face and then smooths out into a powder. It's not even like a liquid, it's just a powder, but it feels like a cooling liquid when you're putting it on your face. It's very interesting. Next category I have is liquid foundations. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation and also the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Both of these give me that dewy, satiny finish where I don't want to powder my face or wear any powders at all on top of it. I just want that nice creamy look over my skin. And this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is definitely something I wear more in the summer because I get sweaty and I need something that holds on a little bit longer than a dewy foundation. My next category is going to be bronzer, and I only have two for this category. This is the Too Faced Cocoa Contour, and I primarily use the shade Light Contour and Medium Contour, and I use those as contours and bronzers. I kind of don't contour my face, I just do like a general around my face and down my cheekbones contour slash bronzer, and that's about it. I don't like to add too much darkness to my skin because my skin's very pale. Any kind of contour and bronzer almost looks out of place, no matter how pale it is. Second is the Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. I use the colors Carrot and Princess Cut, mostly out of this palette. First for blush, I have the Kaleido Cosmetics Skin Blush in Primadonna. This is such a beautiful color. It perfectly matches my natural flesh. I think this is a sample size, but if I ever run out of this, I will definitely purchase the full size if it's still around. So this is the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. I use the Glow Cream Base blush all the time. And recently I've been using the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo, and I've been going into the blush in this one pretty hard as well. I also use the highlighters, like the Glow Extreme and this highlighter, pretty much anytime I use the blushes from these palettes because it's just easy to go in right after I put on blush and throw on some highlight. Next category will be highlighters, and I have quite a few for highlighters because highlighters are my second favorite makeup item next to eyeshadow. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. I absolutely love the champagne-y, super bright highlight this gives you. Next I have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is my favorite to use if I'm not going to put on a foundation or a powder. If I'm just wanting to throw a few things on my face and go, I will grab and throw on some mascara and maybe a little bit of a shimmer eyeshadow and a lip gloss and be done with my makeup for the day. So these are from Smashbox. These are the collaboration with the Hood Witch. This is the Crystallized Shimmer Drops in Moonstoned and the Crystallized Highlighter in Optimistic. I almost always use these together. If I put on one, I put on the other. These are probably what got me into these like ridiculously shimmery highlighters. And I looked up the ingredients on some of these and they have something in them called synthetic fluorographite. And I've noticed that in all the highlighters and eyeshadows that I have that are really, really shiny and really, really glittery, that ingredient is present. And I want to mention these together. These are the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm in How Many Carats and the e.l.f. Multi-Dimensional Face and Body Shimmer. I think this e.l.f. is a pretty close dupe to this Fenty Beauty. They're both very white, very glittery, no color, but they catch the light when you turn your head. These are absolutely stunning glittery highlights. So for brows, I'm keeping it simple. I have the Wander Beauty Frame Your Face Precise Brow Gel in Clear. And this is the Wander Beauty Frame Your Face Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. Very simple. I almost never stray away from these two items. I use them every day. For setting sprays, I have the Scandinavia, the Makeup Finishing Spray. This is pretty much my everyday setting spray. I've gone through a couple bottles of this now. I think it gives a beautiful finish, a beautiful glow. It melts all the powders into my skin and everything just looks flawless. I also love the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This is just a little mini bottle and it's almost empty, but it has a similar effect to the Scandinavia for me, and I pretty much love them both equally. This isn't a setting spray, but it's a facial spray with aloe and cucumber and green tea. With summer coming, I wanted to mention this because I will use a whole bottle of this, if not more, throughout the summer, just spraying away all day, every day, because it feels so amazing when it's hot outside. All right, eyeshadow palettes. So I brought out these three from Huda. These are the Emerald, Amethyst, and Sapphire Obsessions. I couldn't just pick one. If I want to use one of these for eyeshadow, I will usually grab all three. These are so pretty. The mattes blend effortlessly and the shimmers are gorgeous. I absolutely love all these colors together. If this was one palette, I would probably go out and grab this as a palette as a whole. So next I have the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership 5 in Bronze Seduction. I haven't had this very long, but I am blown away by the formula of the Astral and Blitz and the metallic shades in this. These again have that synthetic fluoro graphite in it. Seeing it on camera and seeing them in pictures, you will never understand how beautiful they are. They're just stunning. Like, I can't get enough of this palette. I'm not even a warm tone person, but this palette just grabs me in such a way. And last for eyeshadow, I have this Jeffree Star Bloodless palette. I don't know if I'm just a sucker for purples or what, but this palette is one that I gravitate towards a lot. I do love purple, don't get me wrong, but Jeffree Star's matte formula is my favorite matte formula. I have most of his palettes, and I could get rid of all my other palettes that have mattes in them, and I wouldn't be sad because I know these mattes are going to pull through for me. It's also so pretty. So pretty. I have a few eyeliners here. This is the Tarte Double Take. It has a felt tip on one side and a twist up gel liner on the other. This is such a good eyeliner. I've tried a million liquid eyeliners. It doesn't bleed into my lines. It doesn't crack. It doesn't get like super shiny. And I love the twist up pencils. I don't like having to sharpen pencils. These are the Everlasting lip liners from KVD. I didn't even know these were lip liners until today when I was actually like trying to write everything down. I thought these were eyeliners, so I've been using these for eyeliners forever. Particularly, I love these colors. Like, I do a lot of blue and pink and purple and green. And these colors just complement my eyes really well. Last, I have the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner. This is the only color I've tried in this formula, but if any of the other colors are like this one, then I'm sure I would like them. But I love to put a white eyeliner in my waterline and give me that baby doll eye look. For mascaras, I have this Tristique Good Vibes mascara, and this is one of my favorites, not for the formula per se, but for the miniature eyelash curler. I have small eyes, and this just really helps get in there and curl all my lashes really good without having to be terrified of pinching my eye with a larger eyelash curler. This is the NARS Climax mascara. This was my favorite mascara until I came across the Pat McGrath Labs Fetishize mascara, which I got in Ipsy. This lengthens my lashes like crazy high, like all the way to my eyelashes. I love this one. I love this one too, but I've been using this one a lot. For lipsticks, I have this ColourPop lipstick. I'm not even sure what formula this is in. It just says, it says nothing on the bottom except for the shade name, which is still crazy. This is the perfect lip shade for me. I wear this constantly. It matches my natural lip shade pretty well. And I have this Sephora Lip Stories in the shade Golden Gate, number 31. This is a little bit darker than the ColourPop color. Sometimes I will put this on the inner ring just to give that like bitten look and then a gloss over it. And it looks really, really beautiful. Last, I have the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk. This is like her most bestseller lipstick, and I can definitely see why. The formula is ridiculously long lasting. Will last almost all day on me. For lip glosses, I have this Half Caked Beauty Instant Crush lip gloss. This is a beautiful pinky golden shimmer lip gloss, and it smells like fruit and cake, which like takes me back to my childhood. I had something in my childhood that smelled just like this, and I cannot put my finger on what it was that I had that smelled like this. I like a thicker lip gloss, so I don't like anything that's too thin that just like wipes right off in 5 minutes off my lips. Then I have this Tarte Sugar Rush lip oil, I think, in Fresh Pressed. This is more like a lip gloss than a lip oil. It also has that super sweet, fruity smell, which smells so, so good. And this one tastes really good too. I feel like with the summer coming up, I'm probably going to have to invest in another one of these, as it won't last me through the summer. This is my favorite lip gloss. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. It's very thick, smells actually like the Sugar Rush lip balm. I love the color and the shimmer and the formula. This is just a very beautiful, all-around good lip gloss. I wanted to share some of my favorite face brushes, so I'm gonna go by brand rather than like my favorite face brush. But these are the Sigma face brushes. I got these in a bigger set with some other eye brushes. These are so soft and easy to take care of. I love that they're black and they don't stain, and they're really heavy handled. These apply makeup really, really beautifully. Next, I have some Sephora brushes. This is the Precision Powder brush and the diffuser brush. I got this to use with a mineral foundation, but I really love it to apply blush and contour. And I use this one mostly for powder foundation and powder blush, or to sweep fallout from under my eye because it's very grabby. Does that make sense? Last, for face brushes, I have these Complex Culture brushes, which I've acquired one by one from Ipsy. These are my favorite face brushes. They're just amazing for blush, powder, cream blush, concealer. I've even used this for foundation. They're so soft and they hold product so well. They pick up product really well. They clean really well. They're sturdy, they're heavy. I love these. I adore these. For eyeshadow brushes, I have some Morphe brushes and some Morphe Jeffree Star brushes. I love these natural hair brushes. These diffuse eyeshadow extremely well. Like, I highly recommend these like really fluffy natural hair brushes to anyone who's looking to get into eyeshadow, because I feel like that's going to be like your best bet to get a look that you want or a look that you're trying to achieve. I definitely recommend these natural hair brushes to anyone who's looking to get into eyeshadow, because I feel like they blend eyeshadows just beautifully. Like, you could have crappier eyeshadows, cheaper eyeshadows, and still get some really beautiful blends using these fluffy natural hair brushes. This was one of my first sets of makeup brushes, eyeshadow brushes. These are from BH Cosmetics. I think it was like the smoked out kit. And using these fluffy brushes is definitely how I started to learn how to blend eyeshadows rather than just like putting a block of color on your eye. And this little shader brush, this is like my ride or die, I can't do my makeup without it shader brush. If I had to pick 3 makeup brushes all together, this little shader would be one of them. Recently, I picked up these Sephora brushes. These are the uncomplicated eye brushes. And I got it just for this little like lid brush, because I don't have a brush that's like this shape. I love how this applies shadow to my lid and into my crease. It just works differently than like a natural haired fluffy brush or a tapered blending brush. This just hits different. So last, I just have a few different face tool items, like this BH Cosmetics color switch. I've had this for a long time, and this is perfect for taking all the color off of one of your eyeshadow brushes Like, it might look like your eyeshadow brush has color on it, but like once you sweep it on your hand or on your eye, there is no color left. This is awesome for if you only have like one of this brush and you need to use it like for 2 or 3 colors. The color switch is definitely the way to go. And this is my Papa blending sponge from Shop Miss A. I've gone through probably 10 of these. This is the best sponge ever. It's $1.55 and you just can't go wrong with it. It's amazing. And I have a Jeffree Star Velour lip scrub. This one is in the scent Mojito. These do so well getting the dead skin off your lips, especially after wearing like a liquid lipstick all day and your lips are dry. This just rehydrates and revives your lips at the end of the day or the beginning of the day if you're going to put on liquid lipstick. It smells just like a Mojito. It smells like limes and mint. It smells so good. And last item is a makeup eraser. This has changed the way I take off my makeup. I almost never use baby wipes or makeup wipes anymore, or even really have to use an oil-based remover. This just takes it all off. I have 2 of these, and it'll last me 2 or 3 times taking off makeup before I have to wash it because they're very large. Look how big this is. Like, my whole hands cover it. I absolutely love the makeup eraser. I've never tried a knockoff of these because these can be a little pricey, but if you're thinking about getting one, try and find one on sale. I highly recommend it. Alrighty, so that's that for my all-time favorites, or at least favorites for now, makeup and beauty items. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening to me ramble and struggle. If you liked what you saw, you can hit the like button and maybe hit the subscribe button. If you have any suggestions or comments, just leave them down below. I'll definitely get back to you. So I guess that's that.